like historically.
Maybe it could still be. DP could just be 5,
He's
right?
played it, could be, but I don't know. But historically, he's done well, but I think they just want to play their roles and practice for TI. So I have no idea what they're doing right now.
Let's just wait until we see their composition and we'll do post-game analysis. That'll be the easy
Let's just watch this game and enjoy whatever is coming our way. I definitely will enjoy it, especially because our commentary duo is Sunstein and Synderen.
Greetings, salutations. We have some crazy ass picks for this really cool series. VP versus PSG.LGD. Sunsfan here with Synderen. I don't know what I'm watching right now. It looks like pub picks.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I was really surprised to see them first picking Spirit Breaker first of all, but then having it on Xiao 8 and we're starting to like guess, okay, what are the lanes gonna be? I thought maybe they're gonna put Xin-Q mid on the Mirana like they talked about, which could still be the case. Like I'm still not convinced after seeing their items. Xiao 8 does have a Quarling Blade, so I think he is a core. But I don't know if he's going mid. Like,
he's got treads queued up. Man, I am excited for some Spirit Breaker. I know T-Gov, this is his favorite hero. Some good stuff.
I think he's mid, and I think the idea, I think the idea for LGD in this game and this draft in general is that they're like, okay, we have a read on how VP are playing, as Nightfall's going to go get bullied away immediately. We have an idea of how they're playing. We want to fight them head on. We want to play fast. They're not going to accept being run over by an early aggressive VP, so they're doubling down on it. They have super early game heroes. Undying, Spirit Breaker, DP also comes online very fast. I think it's a DP 5 for Innocence. This is really interesting.
I am so excited. I mean, he has no excuse not to gank, right? I mean, you have charge for that.
Yeah, you're a mid Spirit Breaker, you're going to have levels, and you're going to be in the middle of the map, so you're kind of in connecting distance to everything.
So he was changed a bit, or a decent amount actually. His stats were changed a bit, but I think one of the bigger ones was charge with Aghanim Scepter, which is going to be purchased, I would imagine, this game. Well, I should say, yeah, it pierces spell immunity, the charge of darkness, which is pretty nice. So you do lose some move speed initially until you get the talent, I believe.
Yeah, level 20 talent, you get the move speed that you used to get with the Aghanim Scepter. And the other thing is, when it comes to this, to the charge with the Aghanims is, yeah, it pierces spell immunity. I think the fact that it removes the cast point is nice, but a lot of the time in the past, you know, Greater Bash pierces spell immunity, so it didn't really matter that much. You would just, oh, there's a BKB carry that I want to stun. You would just charge literally anything behind him or next to him to get that stun off. So I'm not really sold on this Scepter being that good, to be honest. We'll see. I'm really curious to see how it goes in the mid lane. I think Razor should, in theory, just flat out completely stomp this lane. And I don't know what Xiao 8's going to do.
Greater Bash does do 1.5 extra damage, extra damage to creeps now. So
that's true.
When you do charge, like he just did, that's a range creep kill. So I can see some logic. Of course, the right-clicking, it's completely RNG still. That was not changed. But yeah, I am really excited to see what the heck they do with this. But let's talk about some of the other heroes, as I can probably talk about Spirit Breaker all day. Ame playing the Juggernaut. Looks like he'll be going for the Battlefield. Actually gets the spin off in the bot lane as well with the Spirit Siphon. You can see the DP support from Y.
This is a good lane against Tide. You can't really... Tide hates percentage-based damage, which the Spirit Siphon is, and then the Jugger has overwhelming magic damage. So,
and it can't really crack and shell anything off of use. So, what are your thoughts? I don't know how big of a deal this is, but how the new talent for Jug, 75 Blade Fury radius at 10.
It's pretty good.
Sounds like it's good, especially with the shard later on.
And it looks cool.
Okay, that's even more important. We'll see what
it looks especially cool with balance of the Blade Keeper.
Okay, I agree.
Keep that in mind.
That's a great set. You guys should go check that one out. Absolutely zero affiliation with Synderen and I, but just felt like we needed to let you know. As Nightfall playing how PL this game. Do you like it?
He will eventually win this game. So I just think his matchups are really good. He's very good against the Tombstone. He's good against DP. He eventually is good against Jug as well. You can't ever really Omni-Slash well. You overpower him at the end of it. Is where it's being pointed out here that, of course, the Razor is going far ahead of Spirit Breaker, as he should. Yeah, it's definitely a good PL game. I will say the Spirit Breaker matchup can be kind of annoying for PL later in the game when Spirit Breaker has some, the talents and the Aghanim Scepter. it still gives the cooldown reduction on charge, right? That was not chained.
Yeah.
Okay, then you might still get it for that reason. Because, yeah, so when you're in a fight as PL, and all of your illusions get charged through, it's really annoying. And the cooldown on this is very low, and it's a very reliable AoE stun that just hits all of them every time. So that can actually be decent, but I still think eventually the PL is going to be overpowering. So.
All right. So since it's going to be a farm Spirit Breaker, we can go out on a limb here with some theory crafting, which you know is my favorite thing. The shard, it breaks. All right, did they change that actually?
It breaks.
So against PL, can't make illusions. Is that a big deal at all?
It's decent. The main thing is against Tide, right?
True. Yeah.
Can't crack and chill, so you can ulti Tide and just kill him in stuns. Pretty cool.
Now see the spin here. Actually looks wider than normal. He's only level 3, so it doesn't have the talent. That looks really weird. A nice double Earth Spike from Save, but here comes the Spirit Siphon keeping Y alive just a little bit longer with the Fairy Fire as well, but the right clicks from Save, more than enough. So Ame left alone now on a 1v2. That was first blood, actually.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought we had first blood earlier.
The lanes overall are going pretty even. I'm honestly impressed with Xiao 8. I think him having 16 CS here minute 4 is really good.
The charge, double leap into the Star Storm with the arrow as well, but GBK pops that Fairy Fire, and that looks like it's going to be enough to live.
Yeah, Jinkyu had an awkward angle there, so used all 3 leaps. He could have maybe double leapt to the right and then arrowed, but it's only level 2 charge, so the guaranteed stun duration might not be enough. Faithbeyond is actually dead here.
He's donezo. I mean, playing Mirana with a Spirit Breaker is always so awkward just because of his bash, right? You can just bash out of the arrow. It's not an easy setup necessarily. You can maybe kind of do it with Nether Strike if you are communicating correctly, but not the easiest.
For sure. Some pressure here on Innocence. He's going to fight back. Yeah, that's pretty much that, I think.
All right, I want to, since we have a little bit of time here, I know this is not going to be like a late game Tide necessarily, but what were your thoughts with the 25 talents to this hero?
I think the Anchor Smash chance is just worse than the 200 damage.
But it's cooler. From a cool factor, it's...
Cool factor, 100%. If you want cool factor, you go Dota 1 and you buy Battle Fury, and then you spin on every attack.
God, I love that.
That was your favorite build, because it was about looking good, not about winning.
But you get attack speed, though, right? If you have a ton of attack speed, you build them a little bit differently now late game as a core. I mean, could you see this hero... We saw it a little bit when they first introduced the 25 talents for him, but could you see Tide mid a little bit more?
I think...
Or it's just going to be less because you think it's just objectively worse?
I think it's just almost always worse. I'm trying to think of when this is better. Because
in combination with the shard, right? That's extra damage to the Anchor Smash as well.
Yeah. I'm not sold. Maybe I'm underestimating it. I haven't seen it in the game, right? That's what makes it a bit hard.
This is why it's theory crafting. Yeah. We don't know. Of course, I do. He's going to be great.
Yes.
You'll see. Looks like Y is going to run into Save with a Spirit Siphon. So position 5, Death Prophet. I guess the biggest change to her was the Silence has a projectile now, which is kind of weird, but it was maybe a little bit too good before.
I wonder when it's better, because the cast point was halved, right?
Yeah.
So maybe if you're in melee range, it's even faster than before, because it doesn't need to travel. But then if you're casting it from range, it's obviously worse. I think the travel speed is 1,000 speed, so... I mean, we could do the math on this, but we really don't want to.
I'm barely listening to you right now.
Exactly. That is the problem.
Did you say math? It's like typing
yes, number.
His hood there. Wow, what was that voice? I was like,
oh, arrow.
He's going to sidestep that arrow. Yeah, nicely done. Faithbeyond on this one. Oh. My goodness, that's so
One more leap attack?
Yeah, Kingslayer.
How much did he have sticks on Venus? Oh, yeah, 2 Fairy Fires.
2 Fairy Fires. Goodness gracious.
Here comes Xiao 8.
Oh, here we go. Unexpected. Don't get bashed by Roche. Jinx. You see the charge come in. Nightfall.
Jinx.
He's going to see it. Doppelgang. Yeah.
Doppelgang. Yeah.
Very, very easy to get off there. But he's going to get the Nether Strike onto Kingslayer. Right clicks to as well, but not enough to actually get the kill. In fact, it's going to be Jin Q to fall instead. Now, Xiao 8, he has a wand and a charge soon. Oh, looks like he's actually going to be able to get away on Kingslayer. Nice little juke there into the trees.
That was a great TP from Save. It's very, very good.
Now, that is the that's the downfall, though. Charging into a PL that has Doppelganger.
Yep.
Very hard to connect.
And I would also say it's hard to play Spirit Breaker against Lion. Yeah, you can pop your, you can use your bulldoze always so that the stuns are short, but you're always going to get stopped, right, in the charge. If Lion sees you, he's got you every time. Just press his Hex. At least you force a Hex, but it's such a big part of it for Spirit Breaker to reach the initial target.
It is a mid Spirit Breaker, so BKB is not off the menu.
Absolutely. That is a possibility.
Speaking of which, he's going Echoes. This is... All right, Zhao 8, you are I mean, you were already a god before this, but an Echo Saber Spirit Breaker, this is like watching me play Spirit Breaker. This is amazing.
Yeah. You also go mid.
I have yet to go mid, actually, but I'm being inspired right here, right now. Zhao 8 in the trees. Well, looks like the Hex is going to find poor Mirana here, so that's going to be an easy cleanup for VP, and Zhao 8 has to charge out with so much damage stolen. Sunray as well. He's ticking down a little bit with that Fire Spirit, but...
He might have died at the Fire Spirit land. I think he missed, right? That was a level 3 Fire Spirit. That could have killed him. It would have killed him.
Faith_Beyond able to take the bounty rune here. He's going to pop his ult. Yep.
Just hit him.
Yeah, just use Decay. That's actually your attack animation, the Decay.
Just hit.
Going to continue to chase, but here comes GPK now with that static link. He's getting charged from the base from Zhao 8. This is so much brawling right now. Faith_Beyond really wants his kill. He has completely gotten dumpstered here. And now, going to continue on as Y was trying to just help out his teammate. Will die as well. This is a 6-0 start for VP. We're starting to see PSG.LGD. I mean, net worth-wise, it's not that far off, but I'm sure the levels are going VP's way.
It's not just that, it's like the macro of the game, right? I'm sure I speak for a lot of people when I say the expectations for Spirit Breaker's impact in this game versus Razor come 20 minutes. I'm on Team Razor here. If Spirit Breaker doesn't accomplish anything in the first 10 minutes, I'm very skeptical about his ability to carry this game together with the Jugger against PL Razor. Right. With insane team fights surrounding them. We haven't talked too much about it yet, but you're fighting into Ravage, Phoenix, Supernova as well with these heroes, so really gotta nail it. Yeah, this is just a hero that you don't really want to charge, and Zhao 8 is gonna go hit some jungle creeps.
I mean, it's really awkward.
Away from that too.
It's really, I feel like the only hero he can try to gank is mid, which is the lane that he's in, right? Razor with a +1, it's doable. But like you said, Tidehunter, not killable. Top lane, Doppelganger with PL, not really killable.
Yeah.
Unless some mistakes are made. And I mean, right now, the Zhao 8 Spirit Breaker is not working out, sadly.
And it makes you wonder why they put it mid to begin with, right? Like, if they had a game plan where, oh, the Spirit Breaker can gank the side lanes and we can play really fast, you got to look at your matchups, right? It's hard to gank the Lion lane, as we've already talked about, and it's a tie to the other hero. And the top lane is Phoenix PL. One of them can Doppelganger, the other one can dive away.
Yeah.
And your lane matchup is bad too. So, like, what was the upside here?
To be cool. That's the upside.
I mean, he gets all the street cred in the world.
All right, I actually would like to see, I don't know if we can get that stat this game, how many heroes Zhao 8 has not played?
Damn, that just killed the whole wave.
Yeah, I mean, Spirit Breaker is pretty strong.
I didn't really...
But like the whole Kuro thing where he picked, what was it, Hoodwink or... Yeah, Hoodwink, to get the complete collection.
Right.
Zhao 8 has to have played a ton of heroes.
He's probably played Spirit Breaker before.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I didn't really, when I read the patch notes, I didn't think about how much of a difference this makes for wave clear, but it really does make a pretty big one.
I mean, they're giving every hero wave clear in some respect, right? So it's kind of a creative way to do so. As Ame actually takes a tumble to GPK down below.
Oh, Silence misses. They used Exo.
Yikes.
You got to get something out of this here, PSG.LGD. Like, it's just... There is nothing good happening right now in this game. You wasted Silence, you're going to farm the jungle with it, you lost your tier 1 tower, you've effectively lost every lane as well, I think. Jugger's doing okay, but he just got killed. So arguably you also lost bot. Your mid tower is under pressure, you're finally going to go up here now, but you have to fight into a Tide who jumps.
Why is here? I know the Exorcism was used quite a while ago, so it's tapering off right now. There's Kingslayer in the trees, and now GPK has come, and there's the Yule's cancel on the TP, so this will be another kill going the way of VP. So an 8-0 start for them. And obviously this is the, I mean, I expected both of these teams to end up, okay, we're going to see 88 so far.
You're right.
All right. Okay, what is the 89th hero? Because that will be picked in this tournament.
You look
Man, I didn't know I was a genius. Thank you, production.
What do you mean, the 89th hero? This is the 89th unique hero he has ever played.
I thought it said 88th of 89.
He played 88 so far, and this is the 89.
All right, so I'm a genius,
But what do you mean? So the 90. So you think he picks them in some specific
this
order?
is the 89th hero.
He has played.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you mean, well, there's like 30 more.
Yeah. There's. I mean, he's gonna pick the rest.
Okay. One per game. They're gonna play another 30 games in this
All
tournament.
right. I have no idea why they picked me. I'm trying. I'm trying to think outside the box as to why this is happening.
Yeah. Me too.
But I mean, I think we did touch on it. The whole extra damage to creeps, like this allows you to farm, right? It gives you a little bit better farming capability. You just charge into a wave. That's what he's doing to the neutrals right now. Didn't look that impressive, but it's something.
There's the Saber.
That's true. That gives him even more farm potential here. And Ame, is that the talent? Did he take it? He has not. Why does his Blade Fury look so big? It's massive.
You lose the weapon.
I guess so.
I think.
Oh, there's the charge and exactly what you were talking about. The instant cancel from Save. You can see it from a mile away. Gets off the Nether Strike, but Nightfall's here, like we can see. Surrounding Zhao 8 now. Draining that mana. And down he goes. Very, very sad Spirit Breaker game. And this is now 9-0. All right, he did take the Blade Fury radius now, so I'm really interested to see how massive it looks now. I mean, the Chinese teams especially, they're really on their game with cosmetics. They always have like the crazy stuff.
That's true. And you gotta have that if you're playing mid Spirit Breaker, right? At least look good.
I mean, he has the taunt, I guess. That's as much as you can ask for. Okay, Ame, just waiting for the bounty rune here to spawn. Hopefully he actually does have our set. 3 out of the 4 icons are ours.
Wow. Look at that.
9 runes to 4, really? Wow. That is actually... And that's with a 3K net worth lead from VP. That's actually insane. So PSG.LGD on their bounty game for sure. As you see the Battle Fury now picked up by... Talk to me about Battle Fury on this hero right now.
Yeah, I think he's specifically buying it because of the PL matchup. I don't think Battle Fury Jugger in general is worth it unless you counter a hero with it.
Looks like he's going Maelstrom afterwards as well.
Yeah, so he's just doubling down on countering PL.
How does it... Do you know how it works with Shard with Battle Fury? Do you get the cleave as well, I'm assuming?
On the attacks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to get the cleave and the Maelstrom proc.
Yeah,
so.
it's definitely good, and it's what you want to buy against PL most of the time, I think. But usually what Juggernauts do if they are not against PL is that they won't go Battle Fury. They'll go like a Maelstrom build and try to play faster tempo, but it's very all-in to do. And he's probably also seeing, you know, how the game is going. And he's like, okay, so if we're not going to kill them ever, I need to win late game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, I think this is the first time I can remember LGD ever having 0 kills minute 16. I don't... This is so...
Yep. And
well, at least in these couple of patches. Maybe in a good old, very slow patch that LGD may have played.
Okay, true.
Many years ago with 0 kills minute 16 in general.
A completely different lineup, of course.
Yes.
Radiant's middle
As we can see, a tier 1
has
tower taken by VP. And yeah, they're just taking this methodically like any other game. Obviously, they want to use this as much practice as possible for TI, whereas LGD, you know, they have a stand-in, so they can kind of experiment a bit. As you can see, Omni Slash here with the Nether Strike combined. That's the first kill of the game for PSG.LGD, and it's a trade for their Undying.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So 10-1 advantage for VP, 4K net worth lead. And in terms of the whole Roshan situation, actually, have you even noticed like how much of a difference second Roshan? I know it's a small sample size, but not having the chi.
It makes a really big difference.
You like noticed it, or is it just placebo for you?
It's noticeable.
Okay.
Because I want it to be there.
You and me both.
But for sure, having the second Rosh not drop the cheese just means that, like, the chance that you win off the second Rosh specifically, it doesn't feel as flat out just super game deciding to get that kill. It's still really good, and it's a big advantage, but it's not like stupidly big as it was before.
Right. Okay. So since Spirit Breaker is the most interesting picker, we're going to keep referring to Zhao 8. He's going to charge here, looks like. He is going, so he went Treads into Echo Saber like we said, and is going for Shadow Blade now. So not
Shadow Blade.
So that's a little interesting.
You can't say Shadow Blade without saying Shao and
Shadow Blade. Jeez.
Shadow Blade.
That's actually really hard to say.
Yep, it is. It was also what makes it a really good joke.
I mean, if you turn into, okay, we're going to see another Hex. Wow, they're going to blow up
see
Ame again. That's 3 deaths for him. Yikes.
Yeah, and I don't think Y is safe either. They're just going to keep going. Up, never mind.
As you said.
Get a little spoing on the tide.
As you can see, Y has 100% health right now.
Yeah.
He is perfectly fine.
He could have been in danger.
Don't let my analyst
The little tide horsey didn't jump far enough. He was too heavy.
Faith.Beyond working on Ags, by the way. So the Undying is, that Ags is pretty crazy, but it's getting static link right now. Arrow's gonna split the uprights, but GPK will get credit for this kill. So VP just continuing to completely dominate this game. As of right now, it's not remotely close.
No, it really isn't. And the reason I worry so much for LGD is not that they're behind, but it's that I'm struggling to see the turnaround timing right now where, you know, sometimes you fall behind and then you have this like big combo to fall back on or whatever. I think they drafted this lineup specifically to pressure VP early on, and they just got shut down everywhere. They wanted to kill with charge, it failed. They wanted to kill with their arrow combinations, they also failed. They lost every lane, and VP has just been flat out crushing them. They're ahead on towers, and you would imagine VP just keep running at them, really. I think now that you're at this point, your PL has Sanjin Yasha and Diffusal minute 19. He must feel really, really confident.
I mean, they can keep running at them.
They can also farm. That's fine.
They also have better late game, don't they?
That's what it feels like to me. You have superior team fight and arguably better core matchups. I think PL Razor in this game are going to thrive later in the game as well. And the support DP has a tendency to not scale incredibly well, right?
Wow, first time we've seen a Shadow Blade on Spirit Breaker this patch. Unbelievable.
We've seen Spirit Breaker this patch.
That is true.
Probably not true. He might have been picked once before.
He's not even bothering for Ags, so that's not part of the build apparently. That's interesting.
Straight Silver Edge against Tide, I guess.
Yeah, so you're gonna get the break, and then
the shard too.
Yeah. Wait, did he get the shard?
No. But he could have done that if he specifically wanted to break.
But he wants the crit. That crit. Now, does the crit work with the bash on creeps if you charge through them, Cinderin?
No.
Probably not. Very sad. That could be a... I mean, if that did, that could be something. If you're the creeps. Lordy.
I wonder if the creeps could tell their stories. I mean, obviously they can't because they die all the time, right? But if they survived, what the most terrifying thing they experienced on the battlefield ever was.
Wow, that's... I'm sure there's many. I like to think of it that they reincarnate and just respawn again.
Right.
It's the same one.
Imagine that. Imagine the creep that survived a 30-minute game somehow. What stories it would have to tell.
Right. It would be something.
Roche is...
And what happens when they become mega creeps? Are they just different beings? Do they upgrade themselves?
That's a good question.
I feel like they just become different creatures entirely.
You don't know.
Yeah, I guess, or you just... They just have some fast food. We see the Roshan being taken out by VP. Jin Q in the vicinity. You can see GPK surrounded here by Zhao 8 for the time being. You can see Nightfall does get the Aegis for himself. Yeah, Zhao 8. Looks like he's going to likely die unless he gets that charge up. Okay.
Okay, they both got out.
After him, but he's good to go.
So they got the Lion kill, but they lost Roche. And I don't think any meaningful tower damage has been done by LGD in the meantime, but they are finding farm on Ame. So his game is actually still pretty damn good on the Jugger. Like, we're painting this picture that the game is hard for LGD, and I still stand by that. I think strategically it's difficult, but it's not impossible, this game. Usually what marks a game that's nigh impossible minute 22 is if either your lineup, it doesn't scale at all, or if you're like 5-digit gold behind.
Well, this doesn't help. Nightfall's taking a stack from LGD, but like you said, there are some power spikes here. I mean, Faith.Beyond, like we talked about, he's about 600 away from finishing an Ag, so his decay is going to be, what, 10 strength each time?
Yep.
That is a really, really good Ags. And then for Ame himself, he has the Battle for Your Maelstrom already and the Shard. So he's actually fight ready for the most part. And it looks like he's going to be going for Blink, which I wouldn't be surprised if he gets into a Swift Blink if the game goes a little bit longer, but
He's going for the Jug meta build, where you get 1 point in Healing Ward and Blade Dance, and then the max attribute bonus.
Okay.
And Jinkyu is going for the Death build.
Yep. It's pretty effective.
It worked really well there.
Is under attack.
Was that a snowball?
That was a Fey Grenade.
Oh. Did they just use the snowball?
I
like,
didn't actually think about it. Is it just the same one?
I'd have to look.
I find that hard to believe.
At least color purple, for God's sake.
would not reuse graphics.
You mean the Meepo shard?
That is totally not Sven's done. And you can tell that if you zoom in, that there is a Meepo on top of the Sven Stormhammer, so it's not the same thing.
Wait, is that shard or Ags for Meepo?
That's a shard.
Okay. So that is a huge Blade Fear. All right,
Oh
I can tell
God.
the difference now.
They're definitely going to win.
That's basically global. My goodness. That's insane. Base Beyond. Gonna get mana drain big time here. Gets off the tombstone, but looks like he's gonna die shortly after the egg. On the other side, no. Looks like he shall survive for now, but there's the egg being taken out thanks to that enormous spin. Nice nether strike onto the Razor. So a couple pretty valuable kills here for LGD. Now the charge continues from Zhao 8, but it's on an illusion as Nightfall. Still relatively low, but has the Aegis, of course. Gets one more doppelganger off onto the other side of the creeps here. And looks like he'll be fine.
Zhao 8 online.
I guess so.
I don't know what happened there, but that was good.
Charge again on the two, beautifully done. And there's the Blade Fury again with that shard. Just seeing the power of it as Nightfall gets off the Diffusal Blade. And he will again survive another engagement. Still with the Aegis. All right, Zhao 8 with another charge. Almost feels like he has Ags. He's using charge so often. Arrow? No, not going to hit here. And DM will just walk away. So he has pivoted a bit, so it will be an Ags next.
Yeah.
So no Silver Edge.
How's Zhao 8 so farmed, actually?
I'm telling you, it's the creep damage.
No, I understand,
I'm
but
telling you, Cinderin.
But how?
Listen to me.
They've been dominated. Where's he?
He's been in the jungle charging creeps constantly. What do you think he's...
Well, he hasn't been killing, so he must have been doing something else.
Yeah, like typically you won't see a Spirit Breaker with this high net worth, even if they're playing chords. Why? Looks like he's dead.
He got snowballed.
Yep.
And when you're snowballed, you're very visible in the tree line. The snow coat is visible through.
I didn't see it that time. Was it actually a snowball?
I don't think it's a snowball.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll see one day.
So we're going to see it here from Zhao 8. He's finding this really good charge angle.
Yeah, this was nice.
I think Save doesn't see it coming. He's turning around to stun the... he's in Vicious Shadow Blade again. That's why he didn't see it.
You were right. He didn't see it coming. You don't need to correct yourself.
That's true.
Technically correct. All right, another charge into the bash, into the Blade Fury. I cannot get over the look of this Blade Fury. It's ridiculous. Zhao 8 just going to TP out right in the faces of danger there. Will be successful. Ame, though. Omni Slash onto DM. That's probably not the target you want, but it is doing a lot of damage.
There.
Gets the blink off as well, but now he's going to be surrounded as GPK is in the vicinity, attempting to TP out, and looks like he'll be successful.
Oh, they lost the Aegis, too.
Well, I mean, it was almost done anyway, so.
Yeah, but they lost it.
I mean, you don't...
I don't need to correct myself.
Losing it, I don't think that constitutes as losing it. It's like he lost it in the jungle and he put it on the ground somehow. Anyway, awkward silence over as we see a 40 damage talent taken for Zhao 8. That's very rare as well. It's, I think, literally always bulldoze cooldown, although that was slightly nerfed, I think, in the last patch.
He hits pretty hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'll say
100%, as you can tell, out of the one game that we see. Spirit Breaker, nice arrow. Great setup here. Ravage is there, though. GPK trying to do much bigger BK with that BKB activated. Looks like he's going to be just fine. And the Ravage has saved the day for Virtus Pro. Nice. 3 deaths. Great turnaround. Yeah,
so just until this moment, I was just going to say the last 10 minutes have not gone the way I thought they would. And that's what's so fascinating about this patch is that I think some of these heroes and what your concept and your perception is of how they go is obviously based on experience. And I just haven't played a game with these heroes like this patch, right? So you don't really know what to expect. Also, how much it matters, how much gold you're ahead for specific times in the game. LGD have really surprised me with how competitive this game has been in the last 5 to 10 minutes. And if not for that great Ravage from DM, this would have been a big kill on GPK, but solid turnaround. The Sunray as well. Very good from Kingslayer.
Yeah, nicely done there. And for Zhao feel like I'm just always talking about Zhao. Wait, can you bash on with Fey Grenade?
No. I don't think it procs the orbs ever.
Well, he's getting close to level...
Actually, I mean, well, it shoots an attack, right?
That's what I'm saying.
No, it says dealing your attack damage.
Okay,
I don't think it can proc like crit or... That would be weird.
Fair enough. Either way, he's about to hit level 20 here relatively soon, so I would assume because he has Ags now, he's going to go for the Charge of Darkness movement speed.
You 100.
But that's really good. 10% extra greater bash chance when you are a core Spirit Breaker.
Yeah.
But if you're a core Spirit Breaker, you're still getting Ags, you know? So we know he's been picked once. 100% chance to get these talents. We understand production, okay? For God's sake. 3 smokes now.
We both know he's going to get level 30 this game. He'll have all of them.
I can't wait.
You know
it's going to be good.
It's happening.
All right, we have a smoke here from PSG.LGD. Now it gets Spider Legs, which got a pretty massive nerf. Much needed, of course. Can't be considered another boot.
Yep.
But there is still one boot, and that is at tier 5, Cinder.
The Force Boot.
That's right. I actually forget the name. Is it Force? Is that what
I think it's just Force Boot.
Okay.
I think so.
Sure. All right, shall we? There's the Hex. Status resist helps a little bit there, though, of course, as he is spotted out now with that Dust GPK. Gets off a very long duration static link.
Walking the pet cow.
That's what some people do have pet cows, actually.
And they do walk them on a leash.
Yeah, that's probably accurate, yeah. Can't say you're wrong here. Great analysis as always. That's TI level analysis.
Yes, I analyze more than just Dota.
You've been to 9 of them now, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. There's been 9.
Very good. Now we have a heart now. Who is that picked that up? Is that the...
I hope it's Spirit Breakers. So you can talk about Spirit Breakers some more.
I'm excited, man. So Nightfall has the heart.
Yeah.
Actually has Aether Lens, and he went for the shard. So going for a little bit of we'll see if it ends up. Hey, a lot of times you see Octarine on this hero, right? If you're going for this like magic damage from afar, annoying
the lens spam. He is going to get Octarine as part of his build. He might get it now. I think he either... Oh, Y is going to die here. He's either going to get that or what else would you get? Would you get Butter here? It's not that good against Spirit Breaker. It's good against Jugger. I'm curious. Maybe Abyssal? I think Abyssal or Octarine for Nightfall next is probably what's coming.
Okay. We shall see. Oh, this is a hero we haven't talked about from this patch, but
Spirit Breaker.
Spirit Breaker. No, Jin Q on the Mirana, 15 talent. Moonlight Shadow gives 20% evasion.
Yep.
That's kind of cool.
It doesn't give 20%. It gives plus 20.
Wait, what did I say?
You said 20%. It says on the talent it gives plus 20.
Plus 20 evasion.
Yeah, who knows what that is, but that's what the text says. And the thumbnails and the descriptions in Dota are never wrong. So you get plus 20. Okay?
All right. Thank you, Cinder. Great analysis as always. So it was the Charge of Darkness movement speed for Zhao.
Oh, he stopped his charge, I think.
He's a little bit scared of his blade. It's just doing so much damage. Of course, that Jackson gets the Ravage off on absolutely nothing and then dies right afterwards. But Ame has to be careful. He's being walked like a dog or a cow or whatever he is.
No damage.
Yep, there's the Omni Slash, but like you said, not a whole lot of damage to follow up. A lot of illusions there to tank it up, but there's the Blade Fury. Actually takes out Razor. And now attempting to run away, but the Arcspike's going to connect. And that is going to be a big kill for VP. But they fought back on the Titan. He has no Ravage, though. From LGD side, all they've lost is Juggernaut, and likely the Phoenix actually will live here. So surprisingly enough, but that is a core Zhao 8 Spirit Breaker. The cow has died.
Yeah, they pressured DM so hard in the start of that. He had to run away immediately and then ravaged and died. Right? I don't even think the Ravage hit anyone.
No, it didn't. He was Blade Fury while the Ravage.
And everyone else was outranging it, so just threw away a Ravage in desperation there. And yeah, in the end, VP will get the tower here. They will arguably win this fight, but they also had to pay a Ravage and a Tide buyback to get it.
Middle tower is under attack.
I don't know. There's definitely some
Radiant's middle
unfamiliarity
tower is
here from VP's side as well.
It's because there's a Spirit Breaker on the other team?
It's not just, it's like the combination of heroes, right? It's also, I don't know how much they've played against this core Undying that LGD are bringing to the table. They played that in a game earlier this tournament as well and ended up turning a game. They were, I think it was against Alliance, and they were really far behind, and suddenly Faith Beyond just became enormous. With this exact build, he went Ags into Blink, and he would just keep finding decays, get in the middle of everything with his ult on. And you can't underestimate how much it matters that you get this one swing off with Flesh Golem. The 35% damage amp is no joke.
Yep, pretty strong indeed. I like to see core Undying. It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah, for sure.
As we're going to see the second roach taken out, and I don't think LGD are going to be able to get here. The arrow is coming out, so they'll scout it at the very least. Faith Beyond in the vicinity gets a tombstone off, but he's going to be quite a lot of pressure from Q. They're going to jump in GQ. Nightfall takes the Aegis. It's a snatch, so LGD technically gets Roach, but DM is going to fall, and that's no buyback for him. Egg on the high ground, but they can see it. We're going to be able to take it out in time. It's going to be close. A double kill now for Ame. He is getting out of control, but it is Nightfall chasing him. Has to be pretty careful here.
That's a good charge.
Yeah, that's a big charge. Hits two people there into the Nether Strike, and Lions can take a tumble. So it's a 3-for-1 in favor of LGD. What am I watching here?
Yeah, so like you said,
It's an even game.
VP do get the Aegis, but the kill going the Radiant's way either, given those circumstances, is honestly really good. And it's Zinkyo got the shard, or he's pinging it. He dropped it in base. He stole the shard.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty nice. We'll see who ends up taking it here. As Faith Beyond taking the brunt of the damage here from the illusions of Nightfall. Zhao 8, yeah, he's not a great hero against PL. That's for sure.
The charge is awesome, but outside of that, you don't bring much to the table. And Undying doesn't either.
He could go Mjolnir, Cinderin.
On Spirit Breaker?
Yes.
Yes, he could. That is definitely what you would do.
You could do
it.
I'm not saying you should.
Right.
You could do it.
Yeah.
So who gets the shard?
I'm gonna go ahead and say...
Let's look at this replay real quick, though. This was...
Yeah, so Zinkyo's gonna leap in here. Starstorm gets the kill. A second, I think... Huh? No, just an attack, actually.
Yeah, attack. You're right.
And then he grabs the shard, and the Aegis does go in the inventory of the Phantom Lancer. So, yeah. Honestly, super good turnout. Oh, yeah. Turnout for PSG.LGD there. Oh, baby. It is the Zhao 8 shard. So, 200 extra damage to his ult. It breaks. And you get spell immunity after you cast it. Yes.
So, which is very helpful when you have Ags. Yeah.
Oh, nice juke.
Yeah, that was a nice little ring around the rosy there.
You almost ran into him again. And the dust lasts for so short on Spirit Breaker.
It's true.
When he has this running, so 70% status resistance. How long is it dust lasts, actually? I don't remember.
Are you going to do more math?
Yes.
Okay, 12 seconds.
12. Okay, so you cut 70% off that.
Yep.
Then it lasts less than 12 seconds.
All right, Kingslayer gets bashed up here. Right. It is so fast. My goodness.
You can, honestly, at this point, I don't know if you saw his move speed. It was 1455. You can farm a lot if you charge through multiple camps, if you find an angle like that.
To put this in perspective, his Aghanim, if I'm not mistaken, this is off of memory, his Aghanim Scepter before gave 175 moves, or the speed to charge. And now
it's plus 150, or just 100?
I think it was 75, or it was 175, and the talent is 200. So technically he's going 25 move speed faster than you would normally see with this item build.
Okay.
Which, he's going real fast.
He's real fast. With Silver Edge, too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a quick boy. He's going to get BKB next.
All right, what's the 25 talent, Cinderin?
I don't know now with the Greater Bastion.
Yeah, obviously if you took the Greater Bash at 20, you would get that again at 25.
Yeah. 800 health is a lot, though.
It is?
It is very.
It is.
They're both good. I'm curious to see it.
All right.
By the end of the day, he's going to get level 30, so it won't matter.
Why don't you just take one? Just guess.
I think he's going to take the Greater Bash damage.
Okay.
He's going to take it because he's aiming to charge through PL all the time, and he wants to deal as much damage as he can.
Yeah, it's true. Because the charge, or the passive only applies to creeps, not the illusions, so with that talent, that'll help out a lot. I agree.
Shao 8 spotted. He's hexed, but they have Sentry this time.
The Mist Impale as well.
And there's another one, and he outruns that one too.
Yeah. Can he
charge? Now he's charge.
Can he charge something? He's very close, but there's the Yule's cancel with the static link. Finger of Death, that should count as a charge for Mr. Save. Has 4 to his name right now.
I finally got him. Yeah. That was a lot of effort. Shannon, I feel like I'm going to be repeating myself. Like, I kind of can't believe that this is the game state right now. This PL is so farmed.
Yeah.
And it's still, you still have this feeling that LGD have a really good shot at beating him in a game where he's largely uncountered. Like, theoretically speaking, right?
Yeah.
These heroes are not considered good against PL, but maybe they just are now.
Well, again, the build from Jug does help a lot. It's extremely good against PL.
Yeah, that's true. It's going X.
It's going to connect. Nightfall ages for another 30 seconds, so it's going to be playing pretty cocky here. There's the fortification. Xiao not back for another 45 seconds with no buyback. As Nightfall is just doing so much damage to these LGD players here.
Way 2 heroes on his own. He almost killed Zinq there.
Yeah, these illusions are actually crazy.
Ame split pushing top. Glyph.
All right. Yeah, we see Ame doing as much as he can, but the fortification comes about. And it looks like this will at the very least be a melee Rax. Wait. Okay, they were timing the ages, so they knew. And the illusions?
They actually aren't getting.
No, they're not going to get it.
And Ame had a really good read there. He went back at the exact right time before Lion would have been able to find a hex on him in the base. He just spun TP'd out.
GTK. All right, that was a blink in from Ame. Nightfall not able to capitalize on this. That's a tombstone down, though.
That was not a very good Razor link, though. Jugger actually has damaged this fight.
Yeah, Faith Beyond is pretty much out of mana. Has to pop his BKB. They do get the melee racks. The charge it from Xiao is there. And now the FPS drops because of Doppelganger as per norm. We can see the spin very, very effective right now. Xiao still with that BKB. Now that's his shard, actually. Shard's not up for another couple seconds. He's going to get ravaged, though, and taken out, and still no buyback on him. That is a huge presence gone for LGD. And VP are just diving now. That is a second death, this time for Faith Beyond. So it turns into a 5v3, which means VP can just continue on here.
And this was a really long fight, and Y never used his ults. I'm not sure what the communication is here, that they want to make sure it's actually a fight before he pops it, but ultimately just ran around the periphery of the fight, cast the silence into Crypt Swarm, and that was all he did. And Xiao just went in and used absolutely everything together with Jug, but nobody really combined with it. That was kind of strange to see. This is definitely easy 2 lanes now for VP. They can't get the third. There's a 2-2 top. But this is a huge advantage all of a sudden. And of course, it happened right after we said it was close, right? So can't be surprised.
To be fair, you said.
Yeah, okay.
Although I did agree with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the win probability all over the place there. Well, Ame is going to get spotted. The instant hex from Save with the burst damage of the finger and GPK's damage overall. That is a dead Juggernaut for 100 seconds. So this should be minimum tier 2 tower top, if not more.
Yeah, this could just be the end of the game. We've talked about how good Jugger is against the PL here, but with him out of the picture, I don't know if they can kill Nightfall. He has 5,000 health.
5,000 health and some nice evasion from the neutral item. Magic resist as well. That Trickster Cloak is pretty freaking good.
It is so unbelievably tanky, and they have no percentage-based damage on the Radiant except Spirit Siphon.
Well, that impact move was instant. Started with it. Goodness. And this is why Lion has been prioritized for the past couple of years. Just the Blink Hex is virtually uncounterable. All right, Juggernaut dead for another 50 seconds, so it's going to be 5v4. LGD is going to have to try to hold this, because if not, this is Mega Creeps for VP. There are a couple heroes smoked, but they're on the other side of the map. So they're actually going to concede, not the game, but Mega Creeps for now, and try to have one more fight with the old Juggernaut. We'll see what happens. Lotus Orb on JQ, not really going to help that much here. As the tower is just being pressured here from VP overall. And they're going to go on top of Faith Beyond now in the fountain. He has to pop his BKB. GPK gets off a pretty good static link. And that is with a refresher, actually, so his ult is decimating right now. Oh my god, charge in from Xiao. They're able to find Save. At the very least, he buys back into the game. Remember, Ame's not back for another 10 seconds still. Another charge comes through. A big ravage on the back line, though. Looks like Kingslayer just gets off the edge, but Xiao not able to finish him off in time. And will die shortly after. So only one tier 4 tower down right now. And LGD looks like they're gonna fall in game number 1 here. At least in very exciting fashion, because, or entertaining, maybe
they can hold here.
I think so. He's gonna jump over the anchor smash. There is the Omni Slash. It's actually mitigated a lot by this dual scepter. There's the Blade Fury, still doing a lot of damage thanks to the shard and whatnot. DM still will live, so another tier 4 tower falls. And with the Aghanim Scepter on Juggernaut, so he has Swift Slash as well. As Faith Beyond takes a tumble. And this should be it. I believe the leveler actually got rid of it, so. The Ancient will fall.
They cannot hold.
They are not calling GG. The Ancient will fall. And down goes